Like many folks, when I heard about this sequel coming out, I was a little bit skeptical. As you know, sequels don't always live up to the success of the original. Well, gang, I'm happy to report that A Christmas Story Christmas is such a well-done tale that it deserves to be featured right up there with the original. You know, make it a 2-box set, a collector's edition. It is so good, Gene Shepard himself could have written the script. I know, that would have been a little tough, since we'd have to bring him back from the dead. But seriously, folks, this movie truly rivals the original. In its own unique way, it pays homage to Shep's creative genius, the performances of the actors, and the very special homespun schmaltzy touches that director Bob Clark imbued the original film with, which made it such a beloved holiday favorite over the past 39 years. Now obviously, I'm not going to ruin it for you by including too many spoilers in this review. But let me just say this, whatever magic that the production crew did in bringing this new version to life, the narration is so spot on, at times I almost thought Shep himself was doing the voiceover. The narrator for this film was that good in capturing the spirit and the tone of the man himself. It literally brought tears to my eyes to hear the words tying together all the scenes in this new movie. As a writer myself, I know how hard it is to duplicate someone else's style. But whoever it was that worked on this script, Peter Billingsley, the writers Nick Schenk and Clay Kaytis, or even superfan Vince Vaughn behind the scenes, they did a superb job of getting all the words and phrases just right, almost as if Shep himself were ghostwriting it from beyond the grave. They even had the knack for including the same types of cliches, exaggerated dream sequences, and old-fashioned sayings that Shep would have employed. And then there's the matter of the location. Some of you may have heard that they filmed the movie in Bulgaria. Yeah, I know, that sounds like a real red flag, pun intended. But you know, the original movie was set in the fictitious town of Homan, Indiana, which was supposed to have been a stand-in for Shep's real hometown of Hammond, a gritty steel town that could easily have been anywhere else in the world. Cleveland, Detroit, Pittsburgh, or Bulgaria. And the fact that they actually rebuilt the entire block of Cleveland Street just so it looked exactly like the original is a testament to their superb attention to detail. And I spent a number of years in Cleveland, Ohio, so I knew that area around the Parker House very well. The other thing this new movie has a lot of is something called Easter eggs. That's a term for little surprises or inside jokes that were intentionally included when they did the filming. Basically, they're clever visual or audio reminders of the first movie, or even the legacy of Gene Shepard. Like a sign that says, "In God we trust, all others pay cash," which appears in the background in Flick's Tavern. This, as you may know, was the title of Shep's book that served as the inspiration for both of these movies. Or then there's the phrase, "Tribble dog dare," which figured prominently in the playground scene of the original movie, when Flick gets his tongue stuck on a freezing cold flagpole. But my favorite of all of them was when the background music for an especially hilarious scene turned out to be the very same Bon Fry theme music that Shep used for so many years in his radio show. So for all you die-hard Shep fans, my final advice to you is to really pay attention to all the details, both large and small. You might even want to see the movie a couple of times, in fact. Otherwise, you might miss some really important Easter eggs, like when the entire Parker family brings out their kazoos for a little holiday performance, which was a truly fitting tribute to Shep's own fascination with this simple, humble, but culturally significant musical instrument. And oh yes, one other tip that I'll leave you with. Make sure you have a box of tissues handy when you watch the film. As that old saying goes, I laughed, I cried, I loved it all, start to finish. And believe me, there are quite a few of those moments for me, when the tears started flowing, both tears of nostalgia as well as tears of joy. Hey, what can I say? It was pure classic Gene Shepard, and it would really be worth your while to see it. It may even become a new holiday classic.